In this video, I'm going to show you how to perform an oil change on your Toyota Highlander. Remove the engine oil cap. Put that off to the side. I like to put it on the hood latch so you will never be able to shut the hood until the engine oil is filled. And I like to also pull the dipstick to help the oil drain faster. We're going to remove the engine splash shield. There's 14 10mm bolts and 3 clips. Remove the clips. Go around and remove our 10mm bolts. Using a 14mm socket, undo the drain plug on the oil pan. Remove the crush washer off of the drain plug. Go ahead and toss this away. We're going to use a new crush washer before we install the drain plug back into the oil pan. Using a 3/8 chuck, we're going to remove the cap out of the oil filter. Usually this little cap comes off, but in this case it's stuck into the oil filter housing cap. So it's just going to remove the whole cap. If this plug came out, there is a little tool that comes in the oil filter box. This cap comes off. There's an O-ring hiding under that. Take the cap out, install this, push it straight in, and this will act as a drain for the housing. Swap the O-ring, and then reinstall this cap. We're going to remove the oil filter housing cap. This is going to kind of make a mess. Remove the oil filter. And then I'm going to take this to the bench and I'm going to take this O-ring off and install the new one and install the filter in. If this cap comes off, this will be the O-ring that you will change under it. Since ours didn't come off, we won't be changing it. I'm going to use a little pick tool and remove the big O-ring off of the oil filter cup and install the new one. I'm going to kind of rub the engine oil over it a bit so it's nice and lubricated. I'm going to clean off the side of here. Install the new filter. Make sure it's in place. And then this is ready to go back on the car. Install the new crush washer onto the drain plug, and then this is ready to go back into the oil pan. Once the oil is done draining, go ahead and install your drain plug. Torque the drain plug to 30 foot-pounds. I'm going to clean the area and get all the old oil off. Insert the oil filter cup back into the housing with the new filter and O-ring. Grab the Toyota oil filter socket and tighten it down. We're going to tighten that down to 30 foot-pounds. If this cup gets stuck on you, you can just kind of come off in the other direction and it'll pop. If this little cap came off, make sure you replace the O-ring, and then when going back in, torque it to 25 Newton meters. Take a bit of brake parts cleaner and spray around and get all the old oil off. Use a dry rag, clean up the area. Install the engine splash shield. Screw in your bolts. These screw thread ones go up front. And the fine bolt thread ones go in middle. It's a good idea to put anti-seize on these so they're easy to come out every time. This is a cover that comes off often. We're going to use 6.4 quarts of 020 oil and refill our engine. A little tip is to pour the bottle from the side. You won't get the glugging, and it'll be much easier not to miss. With 6 quarts in there, we're going to add another 0.4. If you do what I just did and got a little bit of oil under the engine cover, lift the engine cover straight up, and then grab a rag and clean around where you just spilled. You can use a little bit of brake parts cleaner to help you clean it up. Put the engine oil cap on. You can do a little pre-check with your dipstick. Stick it in. If it's been out since you started the oil change, you most likely won't need to wipe it before you do a check. I just like to make sure that the oil is on the dipstick. And then we'll go into the car, start the engine, let it run for a few seconds, shut it off, and then check our oil again in about 2-3 minutes once it drains back down into the pan. The oil's in the correct spot when it's at this top line. This is full, this is low, and in between those marks is 1 full quart.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.